Day-to-day the shit change, but you know for the most part nothing ain't different. Sometimes be stuck in my ways, weekend fucked up in somebody's kitchen, sticking my hand, I'm chilling with the troops and my few cans down, so I walk like Winston. Trust me, I wake up hanging, you hang that I'm leaving this bed, you're kidding. I'm sitting on back in the pad, get deep fried and I smoke some packs of the grass. Put the feet up, kick back and relaxing at best. No, I'm sticking on Reilly's.
An unboxing.
We have received a package from very far away, mate.
Aye?
Mm-hmm.
Where's it came from?
It came from New South Wales, Australia.
Oh.
And a boy who I grew up with decided to reach out and he wanted to send us something.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Boy I grew up with. I won't tell you his name because I think you know him.
Right.
And you'll know exactly what it is.
Right, okay.
So, let's get into the unboxing.
Our first ever unboxing on the podcast. I can't believe it. All the way to Australia, mate. There's plenty of wee compartments. There's bits and bobs to this. I've not got a clue what this is, by the way. I think Evan does.
Jamie, in my hand is a rock from the glorious land of North Korea, brother.
How have we obtained this?
Connections worldwide, mate.
Oh my god, man. You can actually feel it.
It's freezing.
You can feel the darkness in it.
Mate.
How do
Just think, let's just like, you get a wee feeling, mate. What do you think about that?
Oof. This is mental, mate.
Just actually fathom that was on North Korean soil. I don't know how long ago, but
this is
recently, within the last 6 months, that was in North Korea.
And was this like handled by somebody that got out, like escaped, a North Korean?
No, so I don't know what else is in here. He sent us frames, and the boy that sent it is Daza Hood, by the way. Darius Hood. He's moved to Australia.
No way.
He found out his girlfriend was like fully Korean. I think she done like an ancestry thing. She found out she was like, don't think she knew she was 100% Korean. So then they were able to go to South Korea and then go to the demilitarized zone. And at the demilitarized zone, there's like rocks from a volcanic explosion that happened in North Korea, and it like led hundreds of rocks over to like, it must have put them over to like the other side.
Aye.
But they're from North Korea.
Aye, so
I need to get him on. Obviously the problem is he lives in Australia, but he's going to tell me the story about, because he actually went there.
Daz is some man.
He's a
I
wild
can't
child.
believe it. He is wild, mate. He'd be some guest, by the way.
I know, mate.
And Daz, I'm
going to organise a. Oh fuck! Here's some money as well. I'm going to organise Daza coming on talking about it because.
Oh my goodness, mate!
The fucking supreme leader.
5 Gs, bro.
The eternal leader.
Is this the eternal leader? Who is this? Is this the dad?
That's Kim Il Sung.
So that's the one that won the war on that.
He's the actual warrior.
The founder of North Korea.
The other two are.
Oh, the eternal leader. 5 big ones, mate. This is amazing.
I wonder how much that's worth.
We need to get these framed. Like, oh,
the fucking rock,
I drove the rock.
No, mate.
Right, wait.
Mate, this is getting back. He sent his certificate of. He sent us a certificate of authenticity. Defo real, swear down. He's wrote.
No way, mate.
Oh, that his like business card?
Is like,
oh, is that him like getting in there?
It must be, mate.
That's madness.
Mate, what a mad trip to go on. What a boy, man.
Got NK.
Bouncing our NK for a bit.
He sent us I think there's another rock in there maybe, but there's 2 frames in there for us to put up in the studio when we get there.
What's this?
£2.80. That's how much the 5,000 is worth, mate.
Oh, right. Aye.
Thanks, Daza, mate. You're an absolute legend. That's fucking absolutely insane, mate.
I think we get them framed for downstairs, mate.
Aye, we definitely need to.
I'll get them framed on the way home. Do we go to a framing place together and
I don't think that's a job that me and you could pull off, framing that bastard.
But do you think it would be funny to do like a wee video of us going to a framing place and explaining what we need framed?
Imagine being that wee guy like, in EK shopping centre or something. Pure. Another slow day. We stood up. I was happy, mate. Got a fucking a rock for North. We've got a Nork, mate. Mate, basically, the simplest way I could explain this to you is we've got a Nork.
And we've got £2.80 and with the Eternal Leader's face on it.
Aye, we need it framed.
We need a wee plaque under it.
Within the next hour.
Please.
Aye, so that would be an insane trip to go, mate, but aye, absolute madness. What about mate? What about NK? You seen what they're up to?
Oh, no.
They're making like a Benidorm.
Oh,
And like, they want to bring in tourists.
mate, I've seen the hotels that are flinging up big nice things and that, mate. They've made like a colourful town or something. Like there's a mad Baramori or something they've made there. A mad Nork Baramori. Aye, so they're wanting the people in, mate. Could be your first ever.
I was really thinking as soon as I heard about it, I was like, imagine that's like we made a video going there.
Like if they want tourism, if they want good press. I mean, that guy's not had better press of anybody in the world than us, really.
Aye.
We had these flag up.
I bet there's no videos out there that are like people just backing North Korea 100%.
Aye, like
just like, they're doing everything like spot on.
Aye, we've not got a problem with any of the stuff, any of the decisions.
No, like he makes the right. Mate, did you see what he did?
We done that for about 3 months or something. We were just like,
we were solid. We were like pure like made a full merch line. Us as North Korean propaganda posters.
Mate, that doesn't get spoken about enough.
Mate, my dad was like, better fucking watch you're doing with that. As if he's got to be like, take the two out.
Bring them to me, mate.
Imagine that. If that was how I was to go, mate, I would be like, fuck it, man. Mate. They take you to North Korea and that and just shoot you in like Pyongyang.
No, I was thinking they take us in and they're like, it's happening, boys, know what I mean?
I went, they're like big in us up.
Like, we like all this shit and all. Like, push for victory with your faces.
They love it.
Like, do you like that stuff or not? Because we like that stuff. Do you want to hang about, put us on a palace and it?
We could easily become, I think we could become high-ranking military members in North Korea if we like tried our best.
I think we could be more like propagandists or whatever. Like, we could be the Gerbils.
Aye.
We could be a pair of Gerbils.
Gerbils just actual flying
Gerbils
in
Gaff, bro. GG.
Mate, what would imagine even us trying to like just get about there and that and be like, right, what we do in the day?
Aye.
Or nothing.
Day-to-day life there. I wonder if they'd let us pod to the nation.
Well, you could become like the propaganda.
Like the news, just...
We're kind of halfway there, I think, with the propaganda for North Korea. We've literally got a calendar doing this there for 2025. It's Kim.
This is the long game. This is going till next Christmas at least.
Mate, we are hoping to get bought over. Imagine the North Korean government approach us like, see your podcast. We'll buy it.
Aye.
Fucking 90 million.
And
you just read a script. Would you do it?
Aye, 100%.
If we all just an hour a week just had to be like. So I can't believe how great all the moves that Kim Jong-il's been making recently, Kim Jong-un, just can't believe how well they're doing, how much that country's prospering just every week.
Food harvest, like we'll have like a segment that we go to the food harvest for that month and that, and it's like, look, all these strawberries, we're sound. It's a green screen and that.
I will just fake like British strawberries and be like, look at fucking Pyongyang last week, man.
Pure like Caledonian oranges and that.
We have all the best. We have all the best of fruits.
The best produce for our peoples.
Aye.
But then, would we still be able to do Reilly's Gaff for an hour a week or no? Would we still be able to feed?
No, that would be what Reilly's Gaff was. We just got totally bought out by the North Korean government and we're just needing to go, any bit of news that like we report badly, we need to come on here and be like, mate, like do it like the way we would do it and be like, mate, what the fuck you seen the mad what North Korea's been doing? Like, what they're saying, it's pure lies and that.
See it in the Daily Mail, mate. It's pure like just government propaganda.
British propaganda, mate. British Empire and that. You never read about it, mate. We're not writing
if you're North Korean Rogans.
90 mil, but
I'd do that, mate. I'd sell out for anything. There's nothing I can be bought, mate.
Bought and sold.
I can be bought, possibly sold if the price is right. I can be bought and sold. If you come to me with something and you put a number like that down,
90 mil, mate. It's sorted. Generational wealth, mate.
I would need to. We'll talk about maybe live streaming. I would need another outlet for us, like a thing that's ours as well, so that we can be silly in that.
Aye, we need an outlet.
Aye, but I don't know if the North government would go for it.
I don't know.
Letting our spirits fly.
We'll read the contract and see what they're saying. We're kind of locked into Keystore, I would say.
Aye, Keystore's got a stranglehold
like,
on us, isn't it?
The exact way we were talking about Keystore is the exact way I imagine like the North Korean propaganda is. Do you know what I mean? The way we're like, this is just absolutely the world's best place. That, like, just unwavering support. Like, aye.
It was funny, like, seeing comments like, it's just a fucking show.
I know, mate, how funny is that? Is it really that deep? And I'm like, aye,
it's hugely deep.
It's massive.
It means a lot to me, mate, that your local shop can't be underestimated at all, man. They've brought you, like, you jump round in the morning, you grab your packet of crisps, a wee bit of chocolate for the day or something. Night time, you're going up the road, you're like, I could go a flavoured water, jump in, get that. And then you're like, while you're in there, cat food, fucking, oh, hiya, how you doing? That, you get a wee chat, human interaction. That's a beautiful thing.
Can't put a price on it.
Mate, there's nothing better than smoking a joint and walking around to the key store.
You just like, you're fumbling through the fridge and that, you're, oh, sorry, mate.
Getting dust that turns your water into juice. Mystery shit, magical shit. You show that to somebody in the Middle Ages and they'll explode, mate. And I've got it on my door. We've got it on our doorsteps.
Just round the corner.
And people are saying it's not that deep.
It's as deep as it gets.
Poppycock, mate.
Mate, that is absolute poppycock.
It's fucking balderdash.
Highest order, mate. There's a complete balderdash. But no, mate, I mean, what about Graham, man?
Oh, Graham. Man, Graham. I can't believe I've done that. I feel so bad.
So there's somebody that keeps commenting on it, pure at Graham's class.
Graham played a blinder.
I don't even know who that is for that, but they must be inside here.
I like the comment, and I was at to Morgan. See, when I like people's comments, can they say it's me? And she was like, aye, that was very good. I want him to know that was a good scene. I didn't know that.
He's in on it.
Aye, I was like, because there was some comments that were getting, mate, the comments in that are getting thousands of likes. That's an insane.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm not saying that we've done the Key Store proud of that, but
we kind of have,
what
mate.
were they expecting for us, mate? We've batted it at the park.
Just hit him with Hiroshima on the left, bro. There you go, right?
And Talkenheimer, mate. The
money just falling out the sky, mate. Know what I mean? Know how much for? Nothing, mate.
Well,
we just want.
I've still got a £20 voucher in the motor.
Oh, I actually.
That's to be used. And do you know what, Evan? I'm going to spend it the night. I'll buy you a treat for it.
We could go to the Key Store. We could go to Stads.
You need to go back.
Mate, they come back to Stads.
Only Stads. It's like Stads convenience store. You can.
No, it's hilarious as well, right? It just shows like the power of like a clip that goes by, right? There's a good few comments in that video, pure tagging their pals, going, "Oh, choking to go here." That and it's like it's mad that like totally as soon as you see something that's got like a lot of views, that you're like, we must discover this, and it's like
Binley Mega Chippy or something.
Mate,
that was the pure.
That, mate, if we could do that for Stands, imagine we had people queuing out the door.
But when we'll do a full mad story arc with Stands, like we'll get to a point where we could pure slag them and all that. We're ready to like give and take in that. We can go into like beefs with them and that as well.
Throughout the year, like, just call them out for shit. But then yesterday they didn't even any Fanta, like nothing, like no even the order, nothing. What kind of shop fucking does that?
Mate, that would blow my mind.
Fabricated beefs. Do you know how we should do fabricated beefs throughout the whole of next year with like corner shops? Like the Premier in Linwood, fuck's sake, what the fuck you all about? Well, just calling shops out.
Let's just start here. What is the worst one? I know in my head what the worst one is. If you want me to set it off. There's a one up the road for the studio that's apparently just, what did you call it? Bills of Myanmar or something?
Myanmar for a fucking 3 bottles of juice, man. Came back, they were all €2 a date, man. I was like, how is that shop still gone?
It must have been a portal or something. The doorway must have been a portal.
No, what's hilarious as well, see, the next time we needed juice, I went and I walked like a minute further up the road, there was a shop I went in, there was like every Monster in a full Monster fridge and like everything. I was like, it's mad that like we walked up the road and like looked at shops and was like, I'll go into this one.
Aye. This little cavern, this cave, you know what I mean? No, but the worst corner shop like chain for this bear is One Stop, I think it's called. That's for the pure booze heads, bro. Like One Stop. That's a pure like that is a snout and booze shop, innit? Like,
mate, how good, mate. No, what that really gets me fucking gone, mate.
What?
Big time.
What?
Fucking see, I go to a shop and it's like a booze shop and it's a full glass hanging like behind the woman that's serving like a cage.
There's one in Royston.
Oh, bro,
it's just gone up and gone, too mad dog. Just getting your booze handed to you.
It's so funny, like to be working a shop that literally has to have like the full area in front of you caged. You know what I mean?
Mate, I've been on the other side. I got let in the other side.
By who?
The wee woman.
What were you on?
The one in the town. See the one in do you know the one in the town I'm thinking about? It's on like West George Street or something, and it's like I don't know, I go all the time. I don't know why I've been in there hunters, but like if I'm ever at the town, I want a half beer or something, I'll bounce in there. And I remember I was asking for, like, I was got a Gaff or something in the town, and I was like asking for what beers they had, and she was like reading them out, and then she was like, I was like, no, and she was like, I can't even, and she was like, Mon, just come in and like open the hang up, mate. I was like, oh, it's pure weird going to the other side there. It's a pure other world.
Aye, you feel protected in there?
Aye, mate, you feel, but also you feel endangered.
It's kind of like a prison shop.
It's like being at the zoo, but with the gorillas or something. It's like, you know, nothing's going to happen, but this is a threat.
But there's humans selling bottles of Mad Dog and that.
Aye.
But it does get me going, mate. I must say, I'm like, oh, but we're here now, you know what I mean?
You can't beat that, mate.
Aye.
You can't beat that. I like, one of my favourites is like Scott Mid or Co-op. I really like them. I think it's a good mix between like a big shop and a wee shop. You know a Scott Mid?
Aye.
Like a cooperative. My granny calls it a cooperative.
A cooperative?
How good's that? But I've got a beef with them, but their juice is shite. But everything else is dynamite. Like they sell rolls that are alright.
Aye.
They've got like all the like they've mad fucking snuffs and all the best of that gear. Like all the sweeties, crisps, mad fresh rolls and that. But then the juice is like bog standard.
You need to, like, that's what we were saying in the videos. I know it's like, look at their fucking table, mate. Know what I mean? We've got 8 bottles of juice or something on the table.
Aye,
Like,
we need
that's a high priority for us. So
I've never met somebody that like holds juice in such a high regard as like yours. Like it's so nice to finally be seen. I can see that we need to, like, this is like our little war rations or something. So going into a pod, like we've got a toothpick in actual.
I feel like I want a wee something. I don't know what.
Do you want as in? Do you want that?
I'll take that. I'll take a chunky to start me off and I'll have mate, we could get through everything. We'll get 90 fucking toothpicks there and everything. 45 each, mate. Fuck it.
Nothing to do today, mate. I'll fucking toothpick my way through the day.
We could sit here for 5 hours, man, just munching toothpicks.
Yeah, I would like to live stream for like a good long time at one point in here, like down there.
We've always said we would want to do that, didn't we? But
Aye.
it's always an internet issue, but really.
Aye. True, we need to kind of master that stuff because we want it to be right. I think we're heading on the right path for that to happen.
Aye, we had
been in the studio for like 8 hours, mate, getting steaming in that.
Oh man,
watching the UFC and that.
Mate, I can't actually believe how excited I am for that. Because we're planning doing like any UFC that's like no American time, we can go down there and watch and get fucked, mate.
Because most of it, like there are a lot of them,
and like get people, phone people and that, and be like, mate, come down, we're in the studio, and like they can just bounce down for like 10-15 minutes and that. He's up there, boy.
Watch you fighting and that. He's after that. That would be good, mate.
Nah, that's exciting.
And I've actually came up with a way logistically we can do it, camera wise and that. Maybe not reveal the secrets on air, I'll tell you after, but I've got it up here. I know my thoughts.
We know the layout, mate, but we're just marching about like the fucking Roman soldiers there.
How funny is that?
It's so funny, Trips, because we're in like an office building, so anytime we're in here, obviously pure loud and that, coming up the stairs, pure shouting at each other, and then pure laughing and shit, because it's just like normal wee businesses that are like, oh, like selling insurance and that. And it was like, we just feel like pure oddities walking about here, and we're all just but basically we've not got electricity in our actual studio yet, so we ran an extension cord, then took the lights down to see the full setup, but we actually had to go up down about 5 times. It's so funny because we noticed every time we'd get up the stair, to go down the stair, and then we'd walk back up a different order, and then at any time we like got to where we were gone, we'd change order and go back. We must have looked like a mad flock of eagles or something.
Single file line, mate, we're actual ants for a wee bit there. It was good.
Aye, because we had to go back up, and you're like, you just go up, man, we're not going up again.
You're like, I can't go that again.
Fuck that.
We were walking up here, mate, and I was holding the lights. I was just like, look like a mad like old like Catholic warrior or something.
Aye, I felt
holding
like
a mad beam, know what I mean? Just cutting about like a pure. That's something that would like I like thinking. I do like thinking about things in my life that if somebody seen 200 years ago, they would like go nuts, mate. It makes me feel so grateful to be alive.
To be like us walking about with like a panel of light,
a panel of the sun.
Oh, mate, we'd
like,
go nuts.
That would pure fry somebody's nut. And we've just got it, mate. That was I forget what book it was, but I was listening to a book recently, and it was saying about like how Oh no, it wasn't even about that. So embarrassing. Do you know what it was? Do you want to know what it was?
Is that
It was
Lisa Lohan
embarrassing.
video?
No. I was no.
So apparently driving on your phone is an offence, and
No, I was driving home for I think it was in Campbelltown or something. But I was driving home and I was solo. And I didn't have any downloaded podcasts except one that Brian sent to me, my Uncle Brian. And it was like Jimmy Carr on the High Performance podcast. And so that's all I had, right? And I listened to it and I was like, it's pure good, by the way.
no,
like,
that is good.
mate,
Jimmy
how
Carr's a pure world class talker, mate.
Oh, he's
See
a
when you
genius.
see him just pure great, mate. See when somebody's got pure amazing posture, I'm always a bit like, like. Because I know the effort that would take, and I'm like, you're a bad animal, like trying to like pure train you. Like, I don't even walk pure bad, and like, see you can't like sit in the motor and have like you get in there, let's say you need to drive somebody's motor and you get in and the seats like that, you're like, chill out, man. Know what I mean? Like, what, just like take a chill pill.
See, be fair, I'm in the motor, I'm bolt upright, mate, and I need to be bolt upright. I don't know if it's because I've got like, I think my legs are I've got like a short torso or something. Like I've got something.
You always say that.
I've got something. I think I've got pure long legs and a wee tiny body or something, mate. I'm like fucking Mike Wazowski.
Maybe that's why we don't look like crazy different heights in the chairs, and then you see a video and you're like, fucking hell.
Aye, mate, that is probably why. But I think I need to, like, if I slouch in the motor, like, 'cause I drive quite a lot. Well, I used to drive quite a lot. I used to have to pure sit upright. But I know what you mean, like, that is a pure built different type of thing to be able to, like, even consciously, like, because I don't mean to do this, it just happens. Like, I don't mean to like slouch back like that.
Aye, same, but it's good.
It just happens and it's comfy.
It's like your brain being pure lazy and being like, fuck it, just let your body chill. You know?
Just like-
Whereas they cunts are just on, mate. Like, see if you met like Tom Brady, imagine Tom Brady's posture.
Aye, yeah, that's a nuts
Just
guy,
pure.
but I'm an alien, mate. I'm Buzz Lightyear, couldn't me? No, but the reason I mentioned that podcast, so he was fucking good on it, and he said something about how important it is to practice gratitude. And I said I was driving alone, I wasn't. Morgan was sleeping next to me. She had the seat right back, like kitten. And I was pure like, when she woke up, I was like, yeah, that's a nice wee thing. It's like, we need to have more gratitude, and obviously, like, bad shit happens and everybody's sad and that. But then he was saying, like, 100 years ago, he was like, what's the first thing you do in the morning? And it was like, have a shower. And it was like, right, 100 years ago that didn't exist. 100 years ago, hot water didn't come out the sky like that. Like, it wasn't a pure, that was maybe a pure bougie thing in the 20s or whatever. But it's like, you had like a hot bath heated by fucking fire, or like a few 100 years ago.
That'd be brutal, mate.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Fucking get a fire on, man, get a bath on.
it's been 3 years and that.
Any cunt able to start a fire,
And
they do.
then every cunt in the family, same water. Every time, bro. Like the Dan first, big coal mining Dan. The mom, man, like first bath in 2 weeks, not. You'll last me, you'll win like that, man, in there fucking.
Just in a puddle. Just in a big puddle.
It's a swamp, mate.
Oh, man.
And we get up in the morning, boom, shower on, sorted, coffee comes out the wall somehow, not, you know what I mean? You've got a tap that just gives you your water for the day.
Canter.
Put dust in it and it makes it blue juice.
It's unbeatable, mate.
Living
That's why,
life.
like, a lot of people are always like, you say to somebody like, do you think the new is the best time to be alive ever, like this current time? And they'll go like, no, man, like, how cool was the 60s and all that? And you're like,
Pish.
you don't want to be in the 60s,
Pish,
right?
mate. I hate like pure romanticised shit. Like romanticised anything, like cunts I think like, even like I don't know, like just mad ways to be in, like places like going to live in Kenya and all that, and it's like romanticised, it'd be murder, man.
Aye.
Like comfort's not a bad thing. Why do people not just want to have a wee bit of
Embrace chilling out, mate. Like, people don't chill out anymore, mate, and it infuriates me. Like, people, every video you see on like on Instagram, really, like a mad fake podcast, and it's a cunt being pure. The reason you're not going to the gym every single day is because you're being lazy, mate. Fuck it. And you're like, man, I'm fucking working on it, mate.
I'm busy.
No, but like, people have like lost respect for people that chill the fuck out, mate.
Aye.
There's no respect for people that chill out.
You need to bring back the chill, mate.
Mate, bring it back.
If anything gets accomplished for this podcast, like, see when my pals start going on about like dieting and go to the gym and all that, I'm like, no, I'm no, but I'm a bit of a hater. I'm like,
You don't like that?
fuck that, mate. Wrap that shit.
Chill it.
But at the same time, I like playing football and I like running about. So I do that shit. So I feel like I'm fucking not had a minute to myself recently. See, the past like 3 weeks, mate, I've just been constant. Grafting, doing shit with you, football, running and all that. And it's like, I need to get back to the ways of this weekend. I've been my fair maiden's away. She's away up back to Campbelltown for the weekend. So I have been big chilling this weekend, to be fair. Getting through work yesterday and hardly moved to the same spot, mate.
If you stop growing, you're dead. Who's that a quote for? Do you know?
No.
Vince McMahon.
Oh, mate, I watched the first episode of that.
Vinny.
And I'll bash that this weekend.
Bash it, mate. It's unbelievable. The guy is an absolute psychopath. Like,
He's
the
an
guy.
animal, mate.
It's nuts because you see all the storylines that he pure interjected himself into on that, and then like all the shit that's come out about him, you're like,
I didn't even know anything had come out about him, by the way.
what?
Honestly. See, until I watched that first episode and it was like, in the light of the recent news and all that, I was like, oh.
Mate, we definitely spoke about it.
I
think so.
I maybe thought it was just common
Flash,
knowledge. Aye, I don't
All
know.
the birds are lying,
They'll
mate.
be a lying bastard, mate. That's what I
All
was
42 of the birds are definitely lying,
Mate, I was
mate.
talking to a boy the other day about mad young Philly, right? Because I'm not going to name him, but he loves young Philly, and he's like, they're all mad lying bitches. That, and I was like, mate, what?
Who loves young Philly,
I
mate?
know, mate. I know, man. Beta squad and that, mate.
No, who's class, by the way, boys? See that young Philly,
Can I tell you who it is?
What, mate? Your content, mate.
Can I tell you who it is? And we can bleep the name because I feel bad. He's a fucking oracle of a boy,
that made
mate.
so much sense immediately, mate. Like there was no even like, fucking shocking, mate. I'm
Just like, aye, 100%. But then I was like, it was like, she just wanted his money, and I was like, what? They 4 lassies were like, skint. I'm just going to say, young Philly done this, like the pure most horrendous shit ever, and got videos of it and all that.
It's a videos, aye?
Mate, aye, that cunt's fucked, bro.
Is he, aye?
Mate, he's kept in Australia. He was allowed out of jail for 100 odd grand, right, bail, but he's staying in Australia, or staying Western Australia or something, and also go to report to a post 3 times a week until December when it's his trial. And it's like, I think he's get to jail and that.
Mate, imagine, he's always, but see if you watch his content and like, mate, there was a show, right? And Paige showed me and him used to sit and get pied about, I'll watch this, bro. And it'd be like, I think it was called Does the Shoe Fit? Right? And it was like a thing they done with Foot Asylum. And it was like a dating show, right? And it was like, they bring a lassie in, right? They're usually like a pure good looking lassie. They come in and then there's like 4 of them on it. There's like Chunks, Philly, and each season will have like 2 guests. Conan and that. And
Aye.
like,
Stormzy done or something done it, no?
I think he did.
Aye.
But even when I was watching him on that, where like the way he would like come up to, obviously it's content, so you're like, he's going to be exaggerated. But even at that, watching him, I was like, he's like got mad creepy energy, like pure. If the lassie doesn't like immediately say like she wants some, he's always like pure, I don't like you and that.
Aye.
Like he's very like defensive.
Mate, do you know the first thing I ever seen of him? When you said that, it's just sparked the memory. Because I remember being like, what a mad gimp, man, shut up. The first ever thing I seen was Own That. And this lassie came out and she was like all dolled up and that. And he was like, don't even want to talk to you, like you're way too good for me and that. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, she's like, look, you're wearing like that and I'm in a tracksuit and that. I kept saying shit like that, and she was like, he's like, you want somebody with a bust down AP and all that, not a guy like me, man, a tracksuit. I was like, mate, you're probably a millionaire, man. Am I giving what you talk about?
Aye.
And he was like, look at me, look at you. No, I was like, mate, just calm down.
Aye, he's like intense, isn't he?
Aye,
Like,
mate.
it's weird.
So it's like one of the things you're like,
Everything's crumbling, bro.
Similar to when I said who likes Beta Squad to you, it was like, oh, it makes sense. I was a wee bit like that.
Aye.
No, as much. I didn't expect that. Obviously, it's fucking mental, but I remember being like,
No, that's surprising.
I can kind of see it.
And
And that's why you need to watch it. All these wee guys, mate, idolising cunts, and they're no.
did you see, like,
squeaky clean.
I don't know what is happening this year, bro, but did you see the video of the woman getting caught, like, she murdered her mum and dad, and they were up the stairs, she's like, talking to the police, it's like a body cam footage thing, right?
Oof.
And she's gone like that, it's like just this wee blonde woman, mate, pure normal looking woman. She's like, right, just before you go up the stairs, my dad's body's in like the wardrobe. It's a double wardrobe. It's at the back of the room, and she's like just explaining where, because apparently her mum and dad went missing for 4 years, and she's got, it's weird, but because she's got other siblings that you would be like, I think she lived herself with the mum and dad, and then apparently she went missing for 4 years, but they'd been both in that house dead for 4 years, and she was living with the bodies, and she's just like, mate, so calm about it, just like, look, it's probably right, I'll just serve whatever punishment I get, I deserve it, so, and like, I think she looked at one of the police and seen that he was like, quite like looking at her like, what the fuck, and she was like, oh, don't be so grumpy, you've caught the bad guy. Like, she was being insane, mate, but like, insane in a way that it's because of how calm she was.
Aye.
That you're like, what, you've murdered your mum and dad, and they're up to sit, the bodies have been here for 4 years.
That's madness, innit, bro?
I wonder if they got a call about the smell or something, because 4 years.
4 years, I would think the smell would probably go away. I think decomposition takes like fucking a year, bro. You're a skeleton, probably. I don't know, how long does it take to...
Surely the stench, surely there'll be a...
Like mummies are still put together on that.
Mate, we should get mummified.
100% get mummified, bro. Or they at like the Mexicans or the Puerto Ricans or whatever, where they're like standing up with a joint like against a wall at the funeral and that.
Mate,
we could be sitting like this.
Imagine like your family done that and just kept your dead bodies. Imagine that's what everybody done. People are not going to throw them out.
Aye, we getting bammed and just up.
Aye,
like that constantly. That is where we belong, mate. That's where we deserve to be.
Aye.
Or getting like we could get like stuffed, like taxidermied.
Aye, definitely, mate. We could sit here, but mate, everything is crumbling, bro. This year, someday I want to talk about, mate, Beyonce and Sean Carter.
Oh,
young Jay-Z. They're fucked, mate.
They done in.
Well, put it this way, right? Jaguar Wright went on to Piers Morgan and was saying they're worse than that. Wait till you hear what they two have been doing, and like this, and she was claiming things, and Piers Morgan goes like that. She's in the middle of a tirade, and he goes, obviously Beyonce and Jay-Z aren't here to like defend themselves on their claims, so like he was just trying to be like neutral, and they still sent him a mad cease and desist for lawyers, like take that clip down, like edit the clip out of the full thing, and like telling him to like go and apologise on camera and that for it, and you're like, it's not something somebody that's got nothing to hide would take, you know what I mean? You'd just be like, what the fuck? You'd just tweet or something, be like, wasn't me, did it?
A lot of absolute shite.
Garbage.
It's mad, because they're like mad fucking super wealthy and that and all, like they'll just be able to, they'd be able to squash any of that shit for years and years. And then the only things I've heard about it are from Morgan, who's told me that it's the reason that everybody says like, I like to thank Beyonce when they're getting awards.
Seeing that like compilation of videos back, you're like, that is
something's going on.
No, I couldn't stop laughing at it, bro. Now when I seen that, I was like, imagine 1 year somehow like the Proclaimers go into the same category as like Beyonce, and they won and they didn't say it, and like they actually killed the Proclaimers. They just got up known pure, oh, what, didn't expect this at this point in your careers, thanks to everybody, and everybody's in the crowd like, mate, you better fucking say it.
Just, alright,
they didn't know, mate. They get fucking like shot out a plane or something. The Proclaimers.
Just fucking plane goes down, mate. Well, that's what Morgan said about, she was like, oh, Amy Winehouse was one of the women that never like thanked, and she obviously died, and then there was another couple that I don't think I knew them, but I was like, Amy Winehouse was on the way out for a while, man.
She was on the ropes, aye.
She wasn't like, it wasn't, that was kind of similar, like a lot of this podcast has been like us saying things and going, it's not that surprising, do you know what I mean? Like that was probably the same way. It was like, it wasn't unexpected, was it?
No.
The young girl was troubled.
No.
Fucking love Amy Winehouse, by the way. You seen Amy, by the way? The documentary?
No.
So good, bro. So good. It was her boyfriend that fucked her up, who was a right prick.
What was his name again?
I forget now.
It's a pure...
I wouldn't get that.
Oh, what's his name? She'd
Adam
always
something?
sing about him and that. Blake?
Adam Blake?
Is it Blake?
Blake Adam?
No, I don't know about the Adam.
I think it's Blake. Simmons? Simmons?
Civil
Ooh.
Civil engineering.
Savile?
Mate, Don't
Connecting the
get
dots.
into that one, bro.
You need to connect
Mate,
these
the
dots.
British government and the Queen, mate. Fucking
It's Prince Andy.
Bear Grylls, mate. Mate, don't get into that line, mate. You'll be here for days, bro.
Gino De Campo up there.
Oh, mate, Gino. I can't do Gino, mate.
No?
No.
Have you
I
watched?
think he would be like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's a lovely guy, by the way, Gino. But I just think there is the theory we've got about the ITV travel show.
Aye,
As soon as you get one of them, you're confirmed, like, right, you've reached like wanker status
Aye.
in society, you know.
You're a dauber now. I think Gino's the type of guy that fire into your missus and that.
Aye, behind your back.
Aye,
like,
like constantly.
Like he's the type of guy you'd be out for like a meal with your missus, you just pure catch and pure staring at him like the full time.
You happy, no?
You don't look happy. Mate, I make it wonder that. I'd be like, no, stop, wait, fucking, don't listen to him. He's like, come on, you little Sydney. He's sitting on his phone, bet 365.
You tell him not to vape, he's still vaping.
I'm just trying to sell his go, mate. Please, mate, don't imagine you just like try to like hold on to your bird and that.
Gino walking away.
Gino De Campo, come on, mate. Oh, you don't seem like a sound guy who never fucking travel show. You would steal your bird
Gino,
that
mate.
minute.
Gino, come on, Gino. Yeah, they'll net him, mate.
Aye.
Gino, all he wanted was to smack the lips on you.
What, me?
Aye. And he's played you like a fiddle, mate. That's the kind of thing. I think he's done that with the ITV producers and that, 'cause he's ended up on everything, man.
Aye.
He's a mad foreign chef and he's done everything.
On like cycling shows and that. It's like, what the fuck?
Just talk about like bums and all that. He always says mad rude shit and that.
He's like, he's like, because I think like earlier like when he was coming up and like mind it was like this morning, but
Aye.
he'd go in and cook a meal with all of other
and he'd be like, he'd mention on
He's
tits.
like, oh, you look very bouncy today. He'd say something pure like Italian pervy, but he'd be like, what? It's the truth. Like, and like somehow everybody was just like, my Gino.
Nah, Gino, but it was quite cute at the start. Like, I'd say something wrong and I'd be like, this is right, no. I'd be like,
Aye.
oh, and then now it's like, mate, you've been living here. Come on. Fuck, man.
Rap saying all this shit.
Like, it's times have changed since this morning back in the day.
There's always place for a bad horny Italian chef guy.
Aye. Mate, sorry, it's a wee bit off topic. We can get back to the horny Italian chefs because we can run with that.
Don't know about that, mate. Guys, unfortunately, YouTube absolutely hates us. We don't get monetization on any of our videos. That means we don't get any ad money from anything we upload on YouTube.
Please give us money.
So we rely on people to go and subscribe to our Patreon.
People say money doesn't buy happiness. They're fucking liars. They're liars and fucking bastards.
At our Patreon, you subscribe, you pay a monthly fee. There's a range of different tiers.
Money's everything, mate. Money's money's all we need.
Where you get more episodes, early episodes.
Klarna debt, credit card debt, Foxy Bingo debt. I bought a speedboat. Can't afford that thing.
Once you subscribe to the Patreon, you'll start getting bonus episodes. So you'll get things like different perks. You'll get early episodes. You'll get access to the Discord.
Please, £4 a pop when I'm buying butter.
And it allows you to support us to get all our own equipment. That's the reason that we're standing here today with all our own stuff. It's because of people supporting the Patreon.
Lurpak is out the question. I'm on Norpak at the best of times.
So if you feel like giving a bit more and you'll get maybe bonus episodes, early episodes, vlogs, things that you don't see on the YouTube.
I think podcasts just growing trees. All these cameras and that, it's expensive. Everything is expensive. This is expensive.
Then go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Reilly's Gaff.
Alright.
The
Hang about. Shit. Fuck, I had it in my head. That's so annoying, bro.
Schofield?
Apologies. Yes, mate, that was it. I love the fact that British television channels have got like a never-ending like conveyor belt of mad perverts.
It's like, there's another one. You just see BBC News and there's like, there's been another. You know what I mean?
Mate, like, there's going to be another one.
Years of abuse at the hands of the Italian chef. Like, on it, you're like, fucking Gino and all, man.
Like, I fucking, who would have seen that coming?
And then you watch all like, oh, you look a very bouncy today. And you're like, fucking hell, we should have maybe fucking see that. It's weird. It's like watching
like Philip Schofield, isn't he? Like, how did we know? Like, how did nobody be like, that's a gay guy? I thought he was always gay.
I think
I know he's
Philip
more than
Schofield
gay.
became so like ingrained into British TV, you kind of don't even think about him having sex, or just like he's just on the telly, like constantly. Like he's just to go home and that.
He's always on the
he's
telly.
doing that and doing dancing all night. And he's it on it, you know what I mean? Don't get time for a relationship, man. Schofield, mate, does 4 shows one day.
What?
He was doing everything.
He was, mate, and now he's disgraced. I love like the fact that we've just constantly got something disgraceful happening in this country, mate. Does that happen? Like,
happens in America.
Does it? Aye.
I'd say so, aye. Well,
It's like it's all big business and conspiracies and like producers and that. It's like I don't know if there's like, mate, Savo is the maddest shit that's ever happened, bro. Like that cunt was. I don't think we realised because we were at a mad age back then that it was just like I don't even know if I knew him, like heard his name or that.
I think I'd heard his name, but it was always when I think he was on Big Brother quite late in his life.
Was he?
I pure, oh, if I can shine out top, like just pure like, you know what I mean? Cunts are like, mad Jimmy, man. I fucking daft Jimmy, mate, at it again. Because he was like 80, pure horny and that.
Horny as fuck, like hanging about the advising the Queen on the crown.
How fucked is this cut? They're like, Jimmy. Jimmy, we need your help, mate. Sitting there with a big red trackie on and that.
Big mad.
Jimmy, mate, you've got to come into the fucking palace, mate.
Mad.
Shit's crumbling.
Junkie Einstein on the phone. Couldn't have blow, fuck's sake.
Aye.
And then he would fucking go to schools for like disadvantaged wee lassies and that, and like the most heinous shit.
Like
you ever
literally,
imagine.
you couldn't imagine anything worse than what he's done.
And he was like in, as you say, like in the public eye, pure a mad cartoon villain.
Aye.
Like, that cunt's for a mad like pantomime that lies behind you, you know? Nobody done it.
Everybody's like, mate, this guy is like represents Britain.
Aye, this is what
this is
we're all about.
Jimmy Savile, mate. That's Britain.
Aye,
The cunts will like that for
Aye.
like the fact that just shows you how strong like the media actual is in terms of like actual public opinion on people.
Aye.
Like to sway it in a way where he'd done that for so many years, cunts would come out about it, nothing would get done, nothing even like, I don't know, like maybe you're right with the age thing, but I don't ever remember there being like, no, how about Diddy? You heard like shit a while ago about like, I shag meat mouse. And then meat mouse. He stays in fucking Bell's Hill. No, but like you're like, I shag meat mouse, mate, and cunts are like, I did it gay, man. Fuck. Kind of. And then like months later they're like, that was nothing, mate. Like, wait to hear the shit he's actually done.
And then grumbling's about Beyonce now. And then what's it going to be like in 5 years? Like what we going to know about all this shit, bro? Like his hearing's like next July or June or something.
Do you think he'll die before that?
He's got like a terabyte of files with like mad shit on it. That's all just going to come out in this investigation. Like the maddest shit ever.
Mate.
And then we've just had Epstein. Epstein's we've not even seen the arse end of that case, mate. And that's still ongoing, know what I mean? Who's the flight logs and all that? There's just, it's mad. I mean, a fucking creepy nonsense that's been going on. But then you were saying about the media thing, that's quite good. It's quite, the thing that's quite good about like TikTok and that now is I don't think cunts will get away with mad shit like that anymore. Because
like there's always somebody plucking mad old things for somewhere and being like, look at this and look at that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's harder to like hide. Everything's
scrutinised and shit. Like that's why I think like the media can try and push a cunt, but then like say a TikTok and a podcast and another thing comes out and it's like, yeah, this cunt's weird as fuck. It's just like
it can actually change an opinion like that. Did you watch anything about that? See the Menendez brothers?
No, I've not watched it yet.
Right, so it's a series, and do you watch it now? So the series is called Monsters, and you watch it and it kind of portrays them to be like two rich kids that maybe didn't get on with their mum and dad and then went and shot them, and it was probably an ego thing, and like, do you know what I mean? They almost kind of made it look like that a bit, but then a documentary came out like a week later after that Monsters came out. So Monsters is like a reenactment of it, like a series.
Yep.
It's not a documentary, whereas then an actual documentary about the whole trial came out, showed you the trial. It's the full documentary. They're on the phone for the jail, like telling you bits for it, like the two brothers. And it's so clear that
the real cunt, sorry.
The real guy, in the documentary, and it shows you like how much like abuse and that they went through, like compared to what they actually, the media's always try to portray them as like, and it was actual TikTok that caused it, because they were like, basically when it happened, right, it was like 1990, 89, 90, and when the trial happened, it was like they were saying, if eventually in the trial they came around to saying that they were like touched by their mom and dad, like they got that fucked up. No, their mom, sorry, just their dad. Like their dad would like abuse them that, but it was a pure high ranking politician, like pure like a mad,
right,
like high up guy. Like they were millionaires, stayed in like a mansion in Beverly Hills and shit. And they said that he was like abusing them for like a really early age, right? And like see the public perception at that time. How mad is this, mate? It's not even that long ago. See the jury, see when they heard all that, and mate, see when you watch it and watch them testifying, you're like, there's no way they're lying, like, or else they're just like world class actors. When they're talking about it on the stand, they're like, you can see their face squirming up. And then it's mad because like the public perception of him was like, oh fucking, especially with the guys on the jury, they said they got deadlocked at a decision that ended up being a mistrial because every single guy on the jury was like, how can a fucking dad rape a son? Like they were like, how could that doesn't happen?
That's Jim, he's the head of the do-do-do.
But it was just even the public perception about like boys couldn't get and shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and then that's why now obviously the world's changed for the better in that sense. So it's like people have been rewatching like bits of their trial and being like, here, what the fuck? Like, why are they? And then the awareness on TikTok has led to like this obviously documentary and that, and they're trying to get them out, I think.
Are they?
Aye. But then again,
if they've like mad heinous shit that's happened to them, mate, fucking kill them 1,000,000%.
But
like,
there's people out there that just think they only mentioned that because they're both dead, they can't defend themselves, so they could literally make up anything. But
is there like evidence at all or anything? Like,
well, this is telling in it, right? Because see the defence, right, throughout the whole documentary, she's like the one that was, the prosecutor that was trying to get them done for murder, she's like that, and the full documentary, like she was like, if I was in their position, I would have made it up as well, but it's no true in that. And then there's a bit, so she's pure staunchly in the corner of they two fucking didn't get stuff happening to them when they were young. They just said that because they wanted to kill their parents to take their money, and they just made this up to try and get a lesser sentence. But there's a bit in it where they ask her about their dad, like the witnesses she brought in to like back up their dad's character and be like, no, he was a great guy, he would never do something like that. And she couldn't find one person to say, not even that, one nice thing about him, apart from his secretary said something pure, like vaguely nice, like pure.
He was always
polite. You know, it was always shit like that. All the family members being like, nah, it was absolutely horrible.
Aye.
And then the perception was still like, why would he do that?
Aye, that's mental, mate. That's horrible. It made me think about, I watched a video ages ago and it popped in my head there, and it's pure like the worst thing I've ever seen. And it was like a mad wee lassie going up to the police on the street and being like, I've escaped from my house. My wee sister's chained up in the bed. Mate, and she
I've watched a full documentary about that. It's like a certain family, and she didn't even, they would be like, are you injured? And she'd be like, what's injured?
Like, she didn't even, are you on medication? Are you on pills? And she's like, what pills? Like that. She can't even say like what is medication. She's like, what medication? What
she's not get any grammar.
Broken English shit. And then like you go in and you see the wee boy chained up in that. And then the most fucked thing about it, no, the most fucked thing, but the dad comes home and he's an engineer and he's 48 or something, and he comes in with a work fleece on, and it looks like, see, like your work fleece, like a mad navy work, just a mad guy for your work, mate. Know what I mean? Like, that's like when I seen him, I was like, I've seen that cunt like 100 times. Just a wee guy fucking gone bald, wee fleece on, gone, he's working at, and he's a bit door-faced, doesn't really talk and shit. But and you'd never in the house, he's got Wayne's chained to their fucking bunk beds and all that. Never seen outside, never done anything. The neighbours didn't know have Wayne's and shit. And they were all like, that lassie was like 13 or like 14 or something. Like 14 year in the house, mate. It's like,
how do you like come out of that and just be like, think how hard that must be at that age then, just try and integrate into like society. You've no idea about it.
I think they're doing well.
Do you know who I think got her out it, mate? This is no word of a lie, mate. She seen J Beebs on the telly
No way.
And she was like, what is this? Like, why are all these people outside? Like,
Aye.
I think they would tell them that kids can't go out, that you're not allowed out. And they seen like kids at his concert or something. And she was like, who is that guy? And she ended up pure fancy with that, and that's what like led her to get out. It's something weird like that.
J Beebs is the light, mate. He's the light.
J Beebs was the light for fucking years, mate.
To you as well, mate, and your work, you just had to look to JB.
He's getting caught up by this and all.
Is he?
Aye.
Oh, well, obviously, for fuck's sake, aye, it's a pure sin, man. See the mad video, I don't know if I've already said it in the podcast, but when Peter like goes to see him, he's like, what's up, man? And he's like, you good, and he's like,
aye,
he's doing that look for a while.
Aye, checking him for a while.
How fucking mental is that, mate?
So mad. It's mad. Like, again, it's crazy when like everybody's seen all this shit that's coming out now. Like everybody's seen. There's a clip of like P Diddy on what's Charlemagne's podcast, The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
He's on The Breakfast Club and they play like audio of him and Meek Mill or something that's like audio he's never heard, and like he's acting heavy shifty and that, and you're like, aye, that you don't come. 50 Cent was talking on he's like, kept saying to like guys like, I'm going to take you short him and that, and he's like, who the fuck says it?
50 Cent's so funny, bro.
He's been calling them. He's the only one I believe isn't he fucked. Like genuinely, because he's been like, she's a fucking weirdo. He's a weirdo, and kids are like 50 Cent off his nut.
Beefing and then with Floyd and all that. Like he's always just doing mad shit, mate. He's like, he's the only one stand on business, I think.
Aye, Kanye tried, but I think he got his head mangled with it, and he's just like,
he's MK Ultra or something, mate, at this point. But also, a lot of shit he's saying is kind of
100%
coming to light now. All that shit, mate. I seen a thing the other day. I don't know if it's semi-related, but I seen like a thing, and it was like Suge Knight on Jimmy Kimmel back in the day, and he's sitting with Timbies on and like a big like suede trackie, and he's got his feet up like that, smoking a cigar, and he's talking about ways to kill cunts, and he goes or something like that. I don't know if it's taken out of context, but he goes, you can get a needle of someone with AIDS with their blood and shoot it, and it's a real slow death, that Easy-E type shit like that. And he goes away, does that, mate? As if he's fucking spiked Easy-E with AIDS, and like what was going on, mate?
Chance are like, mad Suge Knight
and mad P Diddy starting this mad empire of fucking like
who's somebody I didn't expect, mate, to be caught up in it all, pure random, I think. Ashton Kutcher. He's a mad secret creep, I think, mate.
Aye, Mila Kunis, so they split up now and that because of shit like that.
So
seen something like that. Mila Kunis out the door like that. Wash my hands with this. No guys caught up in it that like you obviously know would be Russell Brand. Obviously.
Russell. What are we going to do with you, Russell?
He just made all this fucking guru shit. It's no work.
I know.
He done bad shit, but it's like him on those videos. But then, no, it's so mad, right? Because I used to listen to him on the radio when I was younger, on like Radio 6 Music and that. I've heard him talking about this shit, and it was just like, oh, mad Russell, like that. I like talk about being on a private jet with P Diddy and that, and it was a clip for like a video of them on a private jet, and he was saying all this mad shit, and I was like, I remember him talking about that on the radio that time.
Really? Aye, because you used to listen to him years ago, didn't you?
And I pure loved it, and I just thought it was just a mad nuts eccentric cunt. It was funny, obviously, do you know what I mean? But then there was
imagine the Savile fans when that came out, man, like that. What? Fucking Jimmy? No, they'll be lying. They'll be talking. Wayne's will be lying about that.
They're about big Jim's money.
Jack, surely there's no one still like pure.
Mate,
nah,
there'll be some.
Don't know how you can say he's done anything.
there'll be some old guy, right, that his argument might not be that he's not done anything. His argument might be, but what he done for this country?
Aye. Outweighs it.
I
mean, it doesn't even come close. It's not even in the same ballpark of like things to be proud of.
Even if it was like one person that you affected their life that terribly, that's no worth it. Like 5 million or something to children in need, still no worth it, mate. Walking 45 miles or something.
Did you watch the show about him?
Aye.
It's honestly one of the hardest things I've ever watched, I think. Just it's total sick. Mate, I'm sure my mom like fucking wrote to go on that show.
What, Jim will fix it?
Aye. Jim.
Could
I my mom, mate? I'd have thrown hands with Jim.
I'd have
fucking killed him, mate. After a lasagna pie. Mate, get me the ring with Savo now, mate. Bring him back down, mate. My fucking mom, mate.
Pre-match pay.
Pre-match pay. Mate, the Red Bull, I forgot all about the Red Bull, man.
Aye, this is green, but it's actually whatever the fuck is there. So is that. Delicious.
We
bro.
are actually not fucking about with the juice line up in here.
We never can. We can't, like... This is part of it now. Know what I mean? This is part of being here. I get excited for the juice.
The juice table? I know, mate, so do I. The toothpicks, everything.
You just need to be supplied. You need to be stocked up. Do you know what I mean? It's trying times, mate. Have you seen fucking Mad Hurricane Milton? You've been keeping up with it, haven't you?
The merch is back. It was gone. And now it's back. We've made it the better, sexy, hot, voluptuous t-shirts for hot singles and couples. Cheaper. Well, inflation and that, it is more money, but you can wear it. You could shower, dry yourself after a shower bit. You could roll up into a wee ball and kick about with all your mates. There was no slaves or anything involved making any of the clothes. Just joking. Go to reillysgaff.com/shop and you can buy it. I mean, I was sitting pure baked out my nut at night, right? Like on a live at like 11:30, right? Just seen a live and it was like a heat map,
right,
of Florida where it was hitting, and he was like, people were commenting where they stay, like pure Tampa Bay or something, and he'd be like, yeah, if you're in Tampa Bay, you're gonna want to get out immediately. It's looking pretty bad for you guys. Like pure like monotone, just like Petersburg, you should be okay. A couple of wins, like pure because like some bits were in a yellow zone. That was pure. Imagine, because there was people posting videos like, you can't just evacuate. Like you need to have an actual plan together. You can't, because there was a woman like gone in her house and you could see the rain and that in the back, and she was like, I've got like 4 kids, 3 dogs. Like, how the fuck am I going to...
No where to go.
It's spare cash for like housing all the people.
Mate, see where I was when I was earlier. I'm not saying like fucking all. Could have been when I was earlier, right? No, but I was there. Mate, I was. See, if this was a month ago, mate. But see, on the hotel that I stayed in there, see on their Facebook page, hundreds of cunts are posting like, thanks so much to the staff for like, it's fucking up Orlando and all, mate. And it's like thanks so much to the staff for like helping us out, and all the rooms are like quarter of the price for people that if they're scared. They're doing heavy good shit.
That's good.
But I seen cunts that were staying there's videos, mate, and there was one that was for my actual where my room was, the veranda that I was looking after, and it was see the picture. I sent a video to you, and it was like my view, and it was because there was like 3 billboards with like Hooters on it, and then like Buffalo Wild Wings, and then there was a big Disney one. There's a big Disney building, like the biggest McDonald's in America or in Florida, whatever's there as well. It's huge, big fat 4-story thing. And then like, across the road there's like just all these mad iconic kind of American things, and
they'll just like tip it, like just
I was just laughing like, this is class, big American flags and that, mate. I was like, this is unreal, mate. And there was a video for like after that balcony, all the billboards have fell, all the McDonald's building that's a pure big structure things all flat, all the panels are all flat, but not just like roof things are coming off and that while they're videoing it. Palm trees nearly falling and that.
You know what this is, don't you?
What, the end times?
This is Biden's America.
Oh, that is, by the way.
This is Biden's America, mate.
That's what they've done to us. This is Skamala.
This is Skamala and Biden's
President-elect, mate. I don't know. I've seen Skamala might be.
You see what he started calling Kamala Harris?
No.
Pocahontas. She says she's Indian because she's got high cheekbones. I don't believe her. She says she's Indian because her mother told her she's got high cheekbones. She thinks she's Indian. She's a fraud. That shit, mate, he's gone hard now.
Pocahontas, mate. Pocahontas is a good nickname, to be fair. Pocahontas is a bad name.
And he calls Tim Walsh Tampon Tim.
Tampon Tim. Oh my god, what is that whole like second guy?
He was on Flagrant talking about it, and he's like, Andrew Schultz brings it up to him. He's like, oh, you obviously Tampon Tim. He's like, you're good with names. He's like, yes, I would say I'm great with names. Tampon Tim, good name, but not lousy name to say. And he's like, it needs to go pew like Kambala. Like he's like saying it, and you need, there can't be any chance of you stuttering there. It, you need to like be able to hit it every time. Like never stumble. He's like, do you see what he said about Biden?
No, I've
he's
not
like,
watched it yet.
he's got one advantage over me. He's got one skill I don't have. The power to sleep. He sleeps everywhere, Joe. He says there's 6 ounce aluminium. How do they say it? Aluminum.
Aluminum.
6 ounce aluminum pipes. They're made for children and old people. You can't even lift them. Like he's saying like he's weak and all that. It's so funny, bro.
He's saying he can sleep like I'd never sleep. Like
I find it impossible. He's saying
like
you never find him sleeping on camera. He's like never. He's like he falls asleep talking. I don't know how he does it. It's quite incredible.
See, to be fair, he goes to the UFC and all that.
Trump's like 80, mate.
I know,
like,
and he's still like fighting fit.
At UFC like that.
UFC sitting with Dana, mate. Just sitting with Dana at UFC.
He kept bragging as well about because Andrew Schultz goes like that to him. He asks him something and then he goes on a mad tangent and then he brings it back round and he's like you've got a great ability to like go on a tangent and come it back round. He's like, yeah, it's called the weave. He's like, I always weave it back. And then like he'll be in the middle of the story. He's like, watch out for the weave. Like, I'm gonna bring it back because I was talking about generals. Like he brags about like how he's telling the story as he's telling it. He's like, and this is a great story, one of the best stories of all time.
That's a good way to be, mate.
Aye, just to be like, wait to hear this. This is going to be the best thing you've ever heard.
Aye, and I'm confident in that.
Tampon Tim.
I seen like all the media was saying like Donald Trump is laughed at in his face on comedy podcasts and all that, and then I went and looked at like because I was wanting to watch it but I've not watched it yet, but I went and looked at the comments and it was like everyone loved it. Like there was nothing like it was so weird. Like if you typed into Google like Trump podcast, it was actually it was Musk.
Musk is gone. Hey, you see him on the stage, pure artistically dancing. You see that? He was like pure. He's like the first time he's been outside in like a month. He's like, just feeling like all the shit off the sun. And
he's been in the SpaceX for and he just comes out.
He's always pure incredibly pale.
There's something about the way he's pushing Trump that makes me think Trump's a bad idea. Like I think if you're the most powerful guy in the world, having like who you're voting for president in your bio on Twitter when you've got like 200 million followers. I don't follow Elon Musk and all his tweets come up on my page.
Because he owns Twitter.
So he's got a mad propaganda platform. He's just like, show every cunt this.
But
why does he want?
True, but also Twitter's account it didn't post political shit, obviously.
Aye, that's what I mean. You can't like push, you can push like, oh, there's a new fucking like button and all that. You know what I mean? Obviously, but he's pushing
this
like,
is who you should vote for, and if you don't, you're a horrible person.
Aye, he's pushing like saying like stuff about that Kamala. Like he's like, what the state of her, know what I mean?
Aye, has he been?
Like,
I've not even seen it.
Aye, he's been going hard, mate, and he's got in his bio like the link below is the reason I'm voting for Donald Trump for president of America, and it's just like mad. Like shit, but then I'm like, is it because Trump will just give him permits to do whatever he wants?
Maybe
I don't mind that because whatever Elon does, I'm like, sounds good.
Did you see? It's pure. We're going to go to Mars, and then we're going to go from Mars to Jupiter to Uranus. Just make our way up the more, circle back, and then bring back like all sorts of shit. And you're like,
resources.
Hi, good luck, man.
We're going to make enough
hope that'll work. You're like, and we'll work one day. It's like, my SpaceX launching today. Because I'm like, watch it on YouTube now. Clash, mate, fuck's sake, man.
Mate, do you know when I was in that Cocoa Beach in Florida, there was a SpaceX launch, so we stayed there on the Wednesday night, and there was a SpaceX launch on the Thursday night, and that's right next to Cape Canaveral, where like the Kennedy space station is and that. And they were saying like, I think my dad was talking to somebody that was still at Cocoa Beach, and he was like, what was it like? And he was like, you could actually see it, like you just see a rocket like for their hotel or whatever. It was like the noise and that, everything was all shaking. It's like half a mile away, a rocket just gone off. How mad would that have been, bro? A SpaceX briefing on. I think it was successful. Because I remember looking the next day and I seen it landing. And I was like, oofed, landing a rocket? Like that's
on the space station?
No, like going up, doing something and then bringing it back perfectly.
Or is it just like a test launching?
Aye, something like that. But you don't see that a lot. It's usually go up. Is it?
Only their rockets that can do it?
That can actually, because like, see when they send cunts up, it's like, well, how did Buzz Aldrin that do it? Did they? That's so embarrassing. I'm at gumball. Whatever. Aye, that's
mine didn't
embarrassing,
intercell,
mate.
detach.
Aye.
Just
Mate,
put it back half it.
Mate, Elon's can reverse park
It, mate. You can play tunes and that in Elon, mate.
We've got reversing cameras and that,
Or
mate.
it cuts in Jupiter. Wow, really?
Mate, aye,
What the fuck's that?
do you know why we need Jupiter? We need Jupiter for it's gas, mate. It's natural gas.
Aye.
It's fucking billions and trillions and gazillions of tons of like fuel.
Do you think we will reach a stage like in not in our lifetime, but do you think us as humans will reach a stage where we can like actually harness energy for other planets and like
I think we need to get it all
mine for
fuel.
shit there and that? Like, think how well I feel like we're miles away from it.
Well, like we done like the type 1, type 2 civilization thing.
The Fermi paradox.
Fermi
aye.
paradox, and that was saying how you need to be able to master, like you need to be able to utilise every single resource on Earth first. So you need full like hydroelectric plants, which we have, mate. Like I've worked in one up in Fort William. There's a hydroelectric plant, like we've got that shit. And then like just the sun, which obviously is happening, deserts are covered in fucking solar panels now and that. Like we're fucking getting there, obviously. But then I think what it can accelerate it is a mad genius cunt, mate. Like there's only like every now and again you get like
a Tesla.
You get Newton, you get Tesla, you get all these cunts that Galileo making a telescope, Sutherland, Reilly, and then I think Mad Musk, like if he can fucking just go right, see, instead of getting all this shit, I'll just get us up there and we'll fucking mine on the moon and have all this mad shit.
Aye, like he'll make the material like it'll last, and like we can get everything sorted there. We can get food. You'll be back down
Cheat
in time.
code.
Just here. I've cracked it. We can mine in the moon. Mate, shoving a shovel in the moon, mate. What would you get, mate?
Imagine you're sending people up with shovels.
I like just like labourers.
You're just sending boys up with
Indeed, 15 quid an hour, minor or remote location moon.
Tax free.
Mate, I fucking might go, mate. No tax, mate. Birthday's coming up to Christmas, mate. I might actually bounce up.
It's 2 month on, 2 month off. I come back 10 grand in the pocket.
It's like the rigs.
Mate, that will be the rigs.
That's the new rigs, mate.
But then they might have like mad labour clones or something. Like I think he's trying to make robots, isn't he? Might just have mad cunts doing that for him. No. Fuck off.
Aye, they were speaking to them. Aye, it did sound like I seen somebody talking to her, I can't remember who it was, and they're talking to it, and like the answers sound like it's like a guy in a room somewhere like replying to it with, maybe it's got a camera in the front of it and they can see how they're interacting with
that's been about for ages. There's mad restaurants at Disneyland Paris that have got that.
But here's the thing, if it's that's what's scary, because it was very like, just even the inflection in their voice and that wasn't like a pure monotone. It was like, do you really think that, man? Like it was like a mad, like it felt like a human.
The AI voices,
us, bro.
AI voices are class, bro. The AI voices sound like real voices to them. Like you can turn, apparently, don't quote me on this, you can turn Google Docs into a pod. Apparently, you can turn a Google Doc, like you can have a Google document and be like, write this to me, and it'll be an AI that's like a human doing a podcast explaining what this document is. That's like we're not gonna be needed, mate. This is a fucking job for the robots.
Mate, see, no, it's nuts as well. What I heard recently, mind I was telling you about Mark Cuban on Theo Von. He was saying he's like a guy who's always been at like the forefront of like tech and like new shit. He had like the first streaming platform ever, mate. It was like in like the early 90s or something, like pure like ages before they sold it and shit. He was like, people have no idea like how fast and how major this is going to get. He was saying that you're basically going to be able to like download somebody's life onto like a thing and save it, and then you can actually like go into a database and pull up, like say somebody in your family died, you can like download their full life and memories and all that onto something. You can then go and access it, and you can actually like get them there. And because AI will be so advanced, it'll like be able to predict what that person would say, so you can sit and have a conversation with them. They're sitting right in front of you and just being like, so how have you felt since then? Like, so like AI would determine, they were like mostly a kind person, so they would maybe reply and like, because think about the
I don't like it.
Mate, let's move on to Patreon now.
Aye,
We'll
we'll go to
continue this
Patreon.
discussion, guys, because we're in the heat of the battle right now. So
Maybe watch some AI stuff.
aye, let's watch some spooky AI stuff.
Ooh.
Patreon.com/Reilly's Gaff for the end of the episode. The free trial's still on, so go over there. You can look at all the tiers. We put bonus episodes and stuff in there. But aye, let's go on to Patreon because this is madness, mate.
I'm excited.